This one makes me laugh. Makes me happy. Will the Packers miss the playoffs? Overreaction or not?
I'm gonna go it's not an overreaction because I hold the Vikings in such high regard. And I said it before on the podcast. I think other people said it too. I was so excited for Kevin O'Connell, and I think he's gonna be really good. So I think that's my reasoning. More on the Vikings.
I think the Packers are going to redeem themselves, and it sounds weird to say right now, but I can't bet against Aaron Rodgers. We already talked about this.
Fair.
Psychedelic Rodgers, man, he's going to figure it out.
Fair.
I think that's an overreaction.
Okay, whatever.
It's just short and sweet. He's talking about psychedelic
This
Rodgers.
is just one I wanted to ask because, like, obviously everyone saw the Watson drop. I mean, that is so bad.
First play.
I mean,
Packers last year, week 1 though.
Yeah.
I just got to remind you guys
But-
because I was prime witness.
But that's different though. Like you had Devontae there. Yeah, obviously they still got blown out, but you don't got Devontae to rely on anymore. And he was visibly frustrated on the sidelines yesterday. You could see it. He was yelling. He was very upset. Very
Just
upset.
after the Christian Watson drop, he like turned away from the rest of the field and like he just had a look of disgust on his face.
I don't know. I think
Can't blame him on that
could
one.
blow
Yeah.
over. Yeah,
Can't blame
I
him on
can't
that
blame
one.
him either. But then, like, yeah, Devontae had more receiving yards than the whole Packers core yesterday, which is kind of crazy to say. But like, I don't know. I don't know if. Yeah, I assume they'll figure it out a little bit, but that could be their downfall, and that's why I asked, will they miss the playoffs?
I think it's a
I
fair
don't
question
wanna-
after yesterday.
I don't want to go on a tangent, but Christian Watson had that big drop. Thinking about last year's rookie receivers early on, dropping balls, Jamar Chase. I think it's a different scenario, but
It's a whole different scenario.
do you think that Watson can at least learn to not drop the gimmies? Like he might drop a tough catch every once in a while, but is he going to learn to not drop the gimmies?
Oh,
I'm gonna sound like an asshole and reply to you, but that's just how it's gonna happen. You're an NFL receiver. That's your job.
Yeah. I think
Catch the
there
ball.
is some leeway.
Catch
There
the ball.
definitely is some leeway, especially early on. I also just want to say I was really excited about Christian Watson. And I know we talked about it before because you didn't think he was going to be all that. I don't think he's going to be like a great receiver or anything, but he's for sure going to be a little bit of a weapon. Take the end arounds. He's speedy and stuff like that. Like get him the ball in space type of dude where he's not like a killer or anything. Like he's going to get targeted 10 times a game. But I think he is like a nice little weapon.
Okay, and I agree with what you guys are saying. Like it was rough showing. That drop was atrocious. But Packers, like receivers, they're like we were talking about before, they were literally at this point notorious for coming out of the gate just like sloppy. Like the expectations are they come out and then they figure it out. And it might not happen this season, but like I think he still's got good upside. It's not. And the Packers are going to figure it out. The Packers are going to be everyone's overreaction this week. I've already heard a ton of it. I'm going to defend them. And if I look dumb doing it, I don't mind. It's Aaron Rodgers I'm defending. I'll gladly do it.
Well,
I'm telling you guys right now, you guys are counting them out with bias, and that's okay. But there's no way that they're going to turn it around.
well, looking at the box score, AJ Dillon was their leading receiver in catches
awful.
and yards. So
Hey, shout out AJ.
that's a
Fantasy
little
stuff.
something to
Aaron
talk about,
Jones
say
hype
that.
was a little much, maybe.
Maybe
He's very good. I'm not disputing that, but just like the factor of AJ Dillon being used more.
I don't know.
If I'm not incorrect, they spent a pretty solid amount of bread on Aaron Jones too. You know,
They did.
Like, he's not taking up a solid amount of cap space.
Yeah, it's just the goal line touches to me are very suspect. Like if they're going to AJ Dillon, it's like,